Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. As we get ready to get started again for the growing season this year of 2023, we just want to take a moment and share with you some of the struggles we've had during our first growing season last year. So we've shared a lot about our bountiful harvest. We had a ton of squash, a lot of cucumbers, tomatoes, and we even got a lot of okra. Okra was just like amazing. It did amazing. We had lettuce, we had all the herbs from the kitchen. We even ventured off to grow some plants traditionally grown back in our home country in Chad, where it's really hot. Here you see we had jute leaves. We didn't know they were gonna be so good. I got the seeds from Chad and they turned out great. Beautiful leaves. We use grow bags, those black and green bags, to grow our potatoes. It wasn't a total failure, but it wasn't great either. We were happy with what we got. Of course, we were able to share with our community, and it tasted so good. And those are just regular potatoes from the grocery store that we planted. We showed you the videos of our planting somewhere else in the channel. As I said, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a ton. I should have weighed how much we got, but there you have it. So the first challenge, this one was the African beans, the Bambara beans. I showed you how we planted it. It did come out okay. The plant actually grew. We tried them in the grow bags too. And as you can see, those are the plants. They did come out okay, but that's how much we got in terms of harvest. So that was a big failure. Another failure was the onions and garlic. But I gotta admit, here it was totally our fault, our stupidity. So you see how well the plants came out. You can see the greens of the onions. You know, we had like sweet onions, we had white onions, and they just came out like perfect. They did grow so well. But then I had to go in and mess everything up by planting more seeds in between. So here you see some Budu plants. They already started to take over the bed, the garden bed where I had the onions. But I didn't take care to pull them all out. And this is how it looked when we came back from our trip. The bed was totally overtaken by tomato plants, by squash, celery. Yeah, and here you see I'm trying to find some onions in the midst of all that. Of course, most of them had died for lack of light and sunshine, and most of them had also rotted underground. So these are the sweet onions. Didn't come out well, but it's understandable. I think we could have had like a great harvest for the onions. You've seen how healthy the plants were, and how aerated, and how well positioned they were. But yeah, by ignorance, we went ahead and co-planted other stuff that ended up killing the onions. That was a big lesson learned. We're gonna try again this year and keep it aerated, keep it well positioned so that they can get enough sunlight and not overcrowded with other plants. You see, we even had like the eggplant plant on it, and they're big. They're really like all over the place. So all the onions you can see there's like no leaves, nothing. They've all died and rotted in the ground. So it was pretty much like hide and seek for whatever was left, whatever we could harvest. And here you have garlic. Same story here. It's overtaken by a multitude of squash plants. And so we didn't do well, although you've seen at the beginning how good the plants themselves were. But yeah, one funny thing about the garlic was that, so I planted like a few pieces of garlic and they all came out like this, like mini white onions. So they don't have those little pieces that are attached to them. So you see here, I'm peeling it back and it's only like one round garlic. It didn't divide into several pieces. So that's what we got for garlic and onions. What a pity. And they started out so strong and well, but yeah, ignorance killed it. The good thing is that we know now what not to do.
We harvested some sweet onions today. We were gone for a while, so we lost a lot.
What a disappointment. So here we clean them up. So that's the garlic. Looks like a little like sweet white onion, but it's actually a garlic. And there's another one. I'm trying to peel it back so that you can see it doesn't have the cloves. It's just like one round piece. So I don't know if it's because of how it was planted or it wasn't ready for harvest, or if you have any clue, please let me know. I was kind of surprised. I've never seen garlic like that. And especially knowing what I had planted, I was very surprised to find it like that. But for sure, it was delicious. Some other of our failures include the hot pepper, the habanero. What happened was that it was left behind by the fence, as you can see there, and I forgot all about it, and it was overtaken by I think it was behind the corn stalks and everything else. So it was hidden. I didn't even know. This plant actually survived, but eventually got killed under a bunch of other plants too. Here we have another big failure, the Romanesco cabbage. So this is something we used to love having for vegetables in Switzerland. They're kind of that pretty light green type of broccoli or cauliflower. Really delicious. They grew well, but they just never produced. One more thing, these are the sweet potatoes. You see the plant there in the black grow bag, and we were so excited about it, but it didn't really amount to much. We got just tiny little threads of sweet potatoes. So I don't know what happened there either. You can see that little red pile of yeah, that's what Rob has there. But anyway, thank you for visiting, and we're ready for the next season. We're going to try harder. Stay with us. Thank you.